CGN managed to insert themselves. Whooping up first against Larocque and misses out on that first duel.
A huge kill to find, and now it's on the shoulders of Element to try and push that envelope and find something back for CGN. Bullets whizzing over the head of Vince. He'll live a little longer, but is it long enough? No. The push now coming back in from main. BBL PCIFIC have it read like a book. CGN nowhere to go, and it's on to Davi to try and save the round. He's stunned. Or to just try and force the hand early here. I don't think PCIFIC are really going to have bodies in the right place. It falls onto Loiter. Brilliant shot from him, lands onto Element. That's the entry gone, and it falls just to Rose for the time being. Scrambling back into the site, Larocque with the run it back. It has been denied, and with that CGN, an opportunity to get the plant in.
Oh, nice shots from Vince, a player who's been a highlight time and time again. Up to Larocque now.
Players out the team, but the DNA remains the same. Here's Larocque onto the site, playing from the side of Arc. Creven has him covered, and with the Nebula put up in the face of the main player, A is under wraps. Spike still waiting outside of it. Vince's lurk is almost everything in this round to try and open things back up, and he's done a brilliant job again. B site carved open, and the rotations to match on both sides.
Yeah, keep an eye right now on towards mid. Look where Davi H is lurking about. There is a player close by in Creven. That's going to be a big duel if it comes to the head.
Oh, Rose has managed to cut this one out from the backlines though, and with Hall secured, Davi is the only real way out for them right now. Might just have heard the steps of the Cypher player moving through spawns, so the A re-hit is where this will end. 30 seconds or so left, and Ambi the one scurrying on over. Davi's got to come up with a big play here, but peaked by 2, he will go down, and it's an Ambi 1 versus 3 required.
And still has to go through a Cypher trip as well, Hazard. Manages not to hit it, but the bullets are starting to fly.
Look towards, no suppression on the utility of the trap, so it's a freebie for Creven, and Larocque is right beside him. This Cosmic Divide is up, but CGN are not finding the full value from it. In fact, they are falling flat on their face, peeking back through. Rose is getting 2, and it's all on Davi left to pick up the pieces. The previous experience of Ascension, you can play against multiple different team types, but Wolfen strikes first here. Rose gone from that connector position that he'd been playing so much before to tie things together. He's now gone. Larocque to fill the gap with his ult.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get the information. CGN, they're starting to throw things forward. I mean, this was the case last time. They got an early pick and were able to steamroll it through Creven. No, he's not able to get any more. Comeback in Larocque now, having to combine against 4 of CGN's mainstays here. Spike finally going down.
Well, he will do damage to Vince. He's gone up in smoke. Ends up dropping, and now look at the utility. Fast lane stun and a slide, still for comeback. Not before he finds that first kill and brings the ult online.
Oh,
he's still going.
There's no stopping him. Now just one player, it's Wolfen, an experienced head who's been in clutches before, but his spike's already half, and he's almost got the second. Of course, the footsteps would have been heard. And that's what's pulling the Phoenix back. Still, though, CGN are falling
30 seconds
prey
left
to these traps that are being put forward by the Cypher. There's a defensive Cosmic Divide coming through in Larocque, and Kruin just making it look absolutely as he caught. Ambi going up against this, another 1v1 lost. Yep, now known about. They have an idea that this is towards the B side.
30 seconds left.
And a trap was destroyed in the meantime. That's why you're seeing Creven being pulled back towards A.
I mean, Pacific are hesitant of this, but they're not going to fall for it, though. Still, Loiter stands his ground towards the backside of B. He'll eventually drop, but rotation coming back through. Wolfen hearing these steps.
Yeah, the chips have been set and everything's been put into place. We're waiting for a late flank to come through CGN. But at the same time, is it going to come through at the right time? Well, it certainly has now as Wolfen gets the next one to come through. We're back even in the man count, and it's gone one better for CGN. Now up to Larocque, who's not going to get a chance.
CGN a little light on both ends of the push as Wolfen was solo in that smoke. Larocque's not going to win it. Here's Rose in behind. Player revealed, only gets 1. That won't be enough. Comeback trying to keep things even here and just hold on to the space as Kruin floods back in towards Pit.
Yeah, there's still a spammable position there, perhaps to be able to get one back, but it's not happening. You can see BBL PCIFIC are a little uncomfortable getting into backside.
Yeah, Creven's managed to find a bit of a gap here, though, and Vince is going to be looking the wrong way. Comeback is the bait on the end of the string, and they'll reel in yet another. 2 kills picked up. BBL Pacific with numbers for now. Comeback extends it. Salvo's on Ambi, but he's got to get out of dodge. Creven is sticking this with full HP. He was, but pulls away to go in for the second shot. One into the toe of Ambi with the takedown. Creven falling. Comeback again to close. In the process, Hunter's Fury as well to flood in backside. Creven is down, and with his death so far in Spawn, it's a huge opportunity for Element to fill.
Yeah, Rose has somehow escaped into backside, and remember, Element doesn't know. Neither does CGN. Davy H though, quick on the mark. Loiter not wanting to try the same thing. Ambi can't escape, and he's been burned alive. Element has found his way into Flowers and is trying to grow an opportunity for CGN to win here. It's 4 versus 1, and it's come back to be relied upon once again. 2 kills back, and the conversation has her.
Well, the spike was in an awkward place, so Element had to go back and grab it. The overdrive has now expired, but on the angle has come back. He's got himself another. It's a 1v1. Phantom in his hand, doesn't know about Vince. Just playing disciplined. He'll re-peek to confirm that the defuse wasn't happening. Now stepping in again, comeback. New angle, fresh perspective, loading up this opportunity.
The stopping force is going to be coming their way.
Here is comeback again, and again. BBL Pacific straight into the half. Nice kill from Davy on the fadeaway with the shock, but comeback does not turn around. He just keeps on plowing forwards and finds himself in a pretty decent position on site. I was wondering if they were going to overextend, but no, it's a 4v4, played calm and collected. CGN got to come into this retake. They do have the drone available though, and some of that signature utility should be coming back up.
Yeah, and a late lot to come through is a potential win condition if needed.
Clear all the way back through halls, so CGN know there's no bodies on the site. Larok has been found out, but there's a second layer to this Inquisition. Comeback adding another kill. Problems on both fronts. Loiter has to try and be the one that is demanding the attention of the defenders, because with the Nebula up, they just don't have visual on the spike. Comeback has got to throw himself into the mix. He's won both of the jewels. Loiter with another, and now the reposition towards Pillar could be killer. Shots missing. 1 HP on either side. Vince with the all-important kill to try and work with. Davies is flying out, and Ambi's still available in pocket.
Now Wilfen's got the first, although the trades are starting to come through, and Pacific are the ones that are going to come out on top, but only momentarily. The CGN have managed to find themselves in completely in a wave of destruction. Nice grab well from Loiter to be played. A tap of the spike confirms it's not just half, it's now being locked on.
So back to mid they go.
Just do not doubt them at all. When it comes to heads-up gunfights, when it comes to getting your fists out and scrapping, it's always BBL Pacific who you'll favour. The Turkish firepower, the fact that they're able to come through every single time. And they're true to the good as well with a run it back to clear space. There's no better position to be in on the attack.
No, definitely not. And I mean, look at the credit on the CGN side. Barely anything left for them. But they've made this read correctly. 2 players on the A site. This is as good as the odds will get for holding on this such pivotal swing round for the defense. There is utility that Vince has to work with. Davy has a full belt as well. What can they do? 2 versus 4.
Well, they have to go up against the running back first, and they're not even going to pass the first test or the second.
Finds himself entrenched in A main. There's no way out. It's how many kills can he get before he falls. They've not cleared this. Wolfen is right around the side. No! He's not going to land a single shot. And with Wolfen falling, Vince in the meantime stops the B play, but it's A that you've got to be worried about.
I mean, look at the tech that Laroc's bringing forward as well, the way he's looking away from the smoke just to get the curveball through. Davy H though is taking his opportunity, and so is Element. Just like that, flick of a coin, and it somehow landed on heads. That heads being all the heads of BBL Pacific on the floor. Creven's sight, right, where the spike is being planted, a dive in, and Vince finding 2. Okay, players being lit up by the info dart, but trying to get out. Comeback can't find it. You look towards the last two, it's Rose and Loiter. Hunter's Fury, but the time you'd imagine is just a little bit too long. Loiter trying to get into spot, but can the defuse come through at the right time?
Oh! It was so close!
But how many chances will CGN actually get to deny? Because right now, BBL Pacific are right on the heels of CGN, and comebacks at the forefront of it. BBL won't be being able to get into the A side, but in terms of the B side, it's looking fairly open at the minute.
Yeah, going to re-investigate this one through middle. Not a closed case for CGN just yet. Vince is about to find that out very soon. Wolfen in the meantime, making the mid-round happen, so is Davi. CGN setting up well for this play as Vince will be hectic in the comms, frantically telling his team, I need support, and it falls on deaf ears.
It does. Davi H is now up. He's actually managed to deny the spike through spam. He wasn't trying to aim for the planter, but that's what's come through. Time is getting low, and Loiter's managed to just escape. Wolfen, now he's down to 10 HP, but he has the support. I think as well, just being present in these rounds. And well, unfortunately, Ambi won't be present for this one either. He's going to be dropped out. And now a big question mark is put over the B site. Big point being, is Vince to hold it down?
Is that Armageddon gone as well? And Ambi was so instrumental in these last few plays into the late round when CGN had looked so good. BBL Pacific, knowing that they have such a key kill inside the early portion of this round, have called a freeze, but now they're ready to re-hit B.
Oh, but when they tried to, Hazard, look at the two players that have been corralled into the backside. They're trying to fight their way out, but they just can't. They're walking into crosshairs and being completely taken out. The last chance now for CGN to survive, and all the ultimates are putting forward the chips towards the middle of the field. Wolfen and Element need to come up huge.
Gonna attempt it, other side of the Cosmic Divide, crossfire placed, and the rope on the guillotine is pulled to the base of their neck. CGN fall in mid, vent fight to be taken. 3 players on the other side, and from the smoke, Larrock goes down unsupported. Loiter trying to disengage. Instead, he's just gonna stop them in their tracks for now, but Vince has found the cross, and with the vice grip, CGN close in.
Yeah, this is the big thing. I mean, Split recently has been a change in terms of how the map has looked and the side selections, people being more aware of what to do, and right now CGN are really imposing that comfortability on the map.
It was a brilliantly timed push from Vince out of Garage to claim that kill onto Loiter. Nice bit of space making from Comeback, will be rewarded for his efforts with one onto Wolfen. But that's all she wrote here.
Put under the microscope, has to answer, and can't quite get out. He's slowed as well. The combination will get the first kill, but Comeback is the one to get the second.
Loiter there from lower, goes down in the hell position, flash across wide from Rose. Teed up shotguns on the other side, Comeback trades positions with Element, but he is wiser to it. And now Creven to try and clutch things out. 1 versus 3 for the new boy on the block. He's had a split to settle himself in the side, but it falls onto his shoulders solo to try and win it out here. It's already made his way out from spawn, tucked into the corner.
Cages to make sure that they can walk through, or even they could not just like keep the sound to a minimum. They could just hit the site, show everything they've got, play their full hand and win out that site. First 2 picks already gotten, and now BBL Pacific have to come back in with an operator.
There as the blinded salvos fly over the top. Loiter inside the smoke, wins this one on 13 HP. Huge kill to pick up because now CGN are stuck in the middle with only 30 seconds to make this push happen.
No, they need to be careful, and Rose thinking about the idea of retaking ramp, but decides against it. CGN though, I don't think they're fully convinced about if they want to hit the A side, and BBL Pacific have not been caught out by this. The players of CGN are now at tower and having to go up against 2-3 players of BBL Pacific.
Again, coming in towards spawn, neither player knows which way to look. Can they dodge out of it? Not going to be the case. Come back into the crosshair. And CGN,
this is exactly where you expect it to be. And look at that! Larrock coming through with a party stopper, a showstopper. And now with that being the case, Ambi's left with it all on the site, or all on main actually. He's been pushed all the way back. And it's going to be what looks like a BBL Pacific round.
It's an ult which is going to take even further.
Yeah, and look, as you said, you highlighted it earlier, it was the trap that Kevin had placed and was immediately there to capitalise. Loiter, though, has to come through, and so does Comeback. The other side of the map, so there's only going to be one kept for the retake if it does come through, but Comeback can't quite escape. A trade on either side. And with that wall, that wasn't placed the normal wall that you'd usually expect. At the same time, Wolfen's made his way in towards heaven with the support of Vince and can't quite hold on to this site. 2v2, Spike yet to go down, 30 seconds remaining, and well, Lambie, he's got less health than what there is time.
There's a wall behind him as well, so he can't get around this. He needs to wrap front sight if he wants to plant the spike, but now Kreven's filled the gap. Well, like a deer into headlights, what's going on? CGN are their own worst enemy at this point in time. Davi trying to jump through. I don't know what's going on here. His own Achilles heel, Kreven.
Here.
I mean, heard the steps up close. Wolfen looking for the fight. It's Comeback that's going to win it. Another opening duel goes his way, and with the blades brought up in the final round of the half, PCIFIC in a position of power. CGN trying to claw back into this through the tower. Element will go, but he's like a lamb to the slaughter as Loiter lays in wait. A wall from Davi to give them bit of room to work with, but I think the jump up's on the other side of the box here. Yeah, PCIFIC can just fly over the top and make this room their own. An eviction notice posted towards the tower as CGN are shut out of this site with no way back through.
Yeah, no, I mean, you've got Armageddon, you may as well send it, right? You're one off the cosmic divide if you can get to post, but you can't even get...
For maneuverability's sake, it's on to Vince to kick this one off though. CGN's Academy Starlet is the first to drop in the initial engagement. It's Rose, the captain, that can get things started for them here with a plant in the corner. CGN looking for their third successive pistol round, but they're down by a player in post.
Yeah, you can see the priority. CGN, they want to play the retake as they bust out of CT, but it's for Hawks. Right, oh my god.
In their region so far this year, but it's how they play as a unit which is most important. And coming into this execute, it's Wolfen that they've got to try and beat. Kreven at the double, but Wolfen's got one better. He's looking for a quad, and by god, he's going to get it. Now a 2v1 for the Cypher to try and clutch up with the hat off the head. They know where he is. Ambi's the first to try and take that duel on, but off the chin it goes. Information to Kreven's position. He drops down into the site itself.
30 seconds left.
They should know that he's down, and that trap's something to play off of, but look at this, he's going for the full Rat Hazard.
In through the gap in the wall, it breaks, opens up the angle, gives him a better chance. That's Wolfen spotted. But where is Ambi in all of this to save his teammate?
And he'll need to do that right here, Hazard.
That's the trap that's going to be broken. But instead, he's managed to collect Comeback first. No more players yet to go. And that streak of 6 kills from Wolfen finally ends as he falls and the B site collapses. Into post plant, PCIFIC have numbers, and the heal off of Rose is only going to help them.
I mean, using the utility, making sure to clear through. Kreven caught out, and now all 3 players are up against all 3 BBL PCIFIC.
I mean, Vince has all of his utility on the Astra here as well to pull players in. With the nade and salvos available, it's so much damage they could have done. Vince finally gets his chance. As Larok looks both ways, he drops an element, the next one through. Rose to clutch it out. Captain in the hot seat. His chance to face the music. It's a stray span, and through comes the showstopper. Larok's in this salvo again.
Yeah, he's nearly been caught out a second time. Nice combination of utility. Wolfen the one side once again! He's done it! He's managed to put them into a position that could be winnable. But it's still got to be the 2 remaining players to
no replay, we're living in the present right now, and it's Rose right at the front of it. The duelists dive in, and with Larok claiming Wolfen's life, the setup evaporates. And he's gonna find the second as well. What a shot from Comeback.
And will does Davi use the res here? Does he even want to use it? I mean, right away they're going to start to reinvest the ultimates of their own. But there we go, we're back to 4v4.
Yeah, Util clears the corner. Loiter has to forfeit his position as well now, so they know that he's estranged from the rest of the site hold. They can go ahead and just march on forward. Showstopper to try and be the catalyst for the charge back in, but they walk to their death. On and off angle, just trying to watch the cross. Should be expecting this. It's Kreven which is caught first. No follow-up from the controller either. Loiter is just compacting in as he knows there were players towards top ramp. The prediction play from Larok is huge, and with that, BBL Pacific have some breathing room again.
I mean, that wall is providing an issue right now for BBL Pacific, which they have to break and even lose a player for trying to do so. CGN still stay one to the good. See, Davi's just managed to keep himself alive, but not for much longer.
Couldn't get out the corner, and now look at comeback. Insofar as Spawn, staring at screens with the op in his hands, he goes back to just double check. The back line was a threat, but with main considered, they wrap the full clear around. Dolphin's not really got a chance in hell. His work's cut out for him. Comeback removes Vince in a 1 versus 3, which he looks to attempt, or at the very least try and recover.
10 seconds left.
I don't think there's even an op in here to be had at this point in time. He's just going to try his best to play an exit, perhaps.
I think he fancies this Hazard. You can see him investigating. And he also has 3 stars to work with, no cooldowns. I mean, this could still be doable.
Yeah, Cosmic Divide with the corner plant. I'd say it's completely out the realm.
Now they're in. They're getting stopped by the traps, and the utilities coming through. Vince and Wolfen are combining once again. Kreven, though, is the only answer back at the minute. Wolfen needed to be careful of a shotgun lurking around the corner and gets caught out. But what we find
Kreven's
ourselves
dead.
at, Hazard, is now a 3 versus 2.
Just about gets out with his life. Larok posted up in the most devious of spots, needing to be cleared. Kreven trying to break that utility for his teammate. The barrel's been spotted. The position now as well. Element flies in over the top. Larok just good for the 1. Kreven, 7 points of HP. It has to be his lucky number here if they want to take 12. Overlooked for now as Davi walks over the top. He's just not cleared or even considered this angle at the point in time. Dropping on over his head, but instead... Or maybe I can't. Here he is again! Come back, oh my lord! It just demands your attention every damn time. Get back to what I was saying later on. BBL Pacific have their A opener.
Yeah, they do.
And Kreven can double up because this drone's gone elsewhere.
One thing to think
Brilliant
about.
window.
Oh, no way. I was just about to talk about the Armageddon. And the fact
Don't
that
have it anymore.
there's other stuff to be worked with here. Davi now is forcing the players of BBL to actually plant open. And well, they've even got a spot to work with. But hey, listen, it's not going to happen. Spike plant goes towards backside, and they've completely flooded this right now.
How is Comeback even the player that gets that kill with the blades? And for as much as we've talked about CGN not being able to sell a fake, BBL Pacific are in a great position to try and do that, or at least cut off a rotation. Still moving towards the B side as Kreven has crept even further forwards. Now the rotation is made. Oh my lord, Comeback!
Every time, man, you give him the chance, and look at this, Loiter straight in to get the spike plant down. And now it goes layers on layers as there's Rose to walk in, a player from main, and Comeback, the player to do it all himself. BBL Pacific will get their first win of Challengers EMEA.